You know, if you get nicked with a 308 sniper rifle, you can get 3 years. You get nicked with a handgun, you can get 5 years. What's doing the more damage? Exactly that. If you've got a shotgun and it's not a sawn-off shotgun, you can only be prosecuted for not having a license for the shotgun, which gives you 2 years, 3 years at the most, because you haven't got a license to possess that shotgun that is not sawn off. The minute you saw it off, it becomes more illegal. It becomes 5 years, 6 years. What does the most damage? Exactly. Do you understand about the two-tier when it comes to firearms? So, years ago, instead of running around with that Beretta, instead of running around with this thing on me, you just have a long one. Not a short one, a long one, mate. Why? Because with a long one, you're taking a chest out. With a short one, you're just spraying a gang of knobheads and giving them a pellet each. A long one, you can take that chest out from 100 foot away. Take legs off. Just do 10 times more damage with a long one. And get less jail. Look it up. The only thing you get arrested for, if you've got a long one in a case on the seat in your car and you haven't got a license, you're getting arrested, you might get bail, depends what your previous is, you probably will get bail if you've got no previous. You'll get arrested, you'll go to court, you'll be charged with possession of a firearm without a license. You won't be charged with possession of an illegal firearm. And that's the big difference. Handguns, sawn-offs, scopes, AKs, they're all illegal firearms. Monsbergs, not illegal if it's under a 5 pump. Do you understand? It's mad, isn't it? Obviously it comes to what slugs you're using in your shotty. Get an array of things in it. I believe 10 bar is the best. Don't know. I'm not telling you that as something to help you get away with crimes and all this. Just telling you that's how up the law is, isn't it? I didn't know that until that trial, and not many people knew it until I started screaming it when I got out of jail. Did you know? Stay away from guns, mates. You know, there's loads of places in this country where you can turn up, pay them a certain amount of dough, take a little initial test, and you can just bang away for an hour. Give you like, I went to one gaff, and it's clay pigeon shooting, and you go in there and you don't need no experience with firearms. They just give you a little safety test and then go on. There's your 50 things, you've got an hour. If you want more things, you keep on going back and getting things, but it's just targets all over the gaff. Legit. Don't need no gun license, don't need nothing, you just go down there, pay in. There's another gaff in Walsall just opened up as well, apparently. I haven't visited there yet, but I'm definitely gonna go. It's a bit expensive though, so just go to them places and have a little buzz. I've been shooting things since a kid, mates. I had a crossbow under my bed when I was 17, 18. Because I knew that's a legit weapon if people are coming through my door. So I had a naughty crossbow under my bed, cocked. In my mind, anyone comes through that door or up them stairs, you're just getting this arrow right through the lorries, mates. I first got my first arrow when I was living in Delamore Street, and where our house was, we had a railway line next to it. So I used to just go out of so facing our house, you had this family of mechanics called the Toners, Barney Toner, and they had a garage right facing our house in Delamore Street, and they had this big sign on their garage. So I'm across the road over the wall on the railway track, on the bank of the railway, which is next to me Mars garden, and I'd just be there for hours. like that at their target. And I'd have like 20 arrows or something, and then I'd go and pick them all back out, go back again. I'd just be there all day, bored, kid, nothing to do. Catapults and that. Used to be into catapults, did you? We were scruffs though. You know, some of the drug dealers' kids, they had these things called Black Widows. So you had these things and you put this thing round here and it's like a handle. Decent, but they couldn't beat ours. No one could beat ours. Ours were the best. They used to have like stones and little pebbles and these stingers. But we had to make ours from raw material. No, because we were scruffs. So what we had was coat hangers. You know them metal coat hangers? We'd get 2 of them metal coat hangers and intertwine them so it's strong. And then you'd make a catapult out of that. You know, double wire it and then get your sellotape round it. And then what you'd use then is, you remember years ago the post office used to have these thick elastic bands. Used to get a few of them, tie them together so it's dead strong onto there. Now because we could have put like a patch on, you know, to put a stone in, but what we started doing is, you know in Bondi's, a Bondi's an old house that's been smashed to bits, isn't it? And if you go in there before they've been de-wired, behind the sockets you've got like this grey cable with 3 wires in the cable. And what we used to do is cut segments of it and bend them over. We used to call them slugs. So we'd have our own made catapults with these little lengths of cable bent over like a U. We used to use U-nails as well. You remember U-nails? Remember them U-nails? Used to use them as well. Good old days, mate. Good old days. But them things never go old, do they? You can always have a buzz with a catapult, can't you? Won't be long before they're making them illegal, some of them catapults now. Have you seen some of the ones coming in from China and Japan, mate? Got red dots on and everything. Lethal, mate. Years ago, I had my first pellet gun was a BSA rifle. Tommy gave me a BSA rifle it was. Just cut down, put the 2-2 in it. 2-2. And you're buzzing with this every night in the garden with these targets, and then Tommy and all his boys start going deep on these pellet guns. Listen, they appeared with this. I ended up playing with it most of my time. So they appeared with this gun, this Wire-Rack. I think that's what it was called, a Wire-Rack rifle. Big thing, big sights on it and all this. But you could put a gas bottle on it. First time, we'd had loads of rifles, but this one, you could put this in mad gas canister to it. So basically, this is what it was. This pellet gun, with the thing on and turn this way, would generate a certain amount of power, which wouldn't make it illegal. So you'd fire that, and it'd go through an expo board. You know an expo board, what you get houses boarded up with? That's an expo board, isn't it? That'd go through that. But you see with this gas canister in, what they do, they go shh, 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 put the lid back on. Wow. What he done is, you remember Chappie dog food, the big tins of Chappie? He's had them lined up on a wall like 6 tins. Behind that, you've got 2 expo boards, and then behind that, you've got a bin, a green bin with sand in it. This Wire-Rack with the gas in it is going right through all of them and ending up with the bin in the sand. That's how powerful it was. Just murk you, mate. Made them illegal. That's classed as an illegal firearm. You get caught with one of them. But only if it's got the gas in it. I think it was a Wire-Rack. What was the other ones? Do you remember them, the first hand one, the GAT? Do you remember the GATs? I had a gat like 8 years old or something. I had a gat. Bossed them like. Used to force it down on the floor. I had a gat and I had what was the new one that came out? A G10. Yeah, it was a G10 wearing. Mad mate. BSA, a wire rack. It was just all mad. Nunchuckers, dusters, throwing stars, from swords, ninjas, everything. Had all sorts of me nanas, mate. That's what it was, yeah, the G10 repeater, mate. Now you run around with them pellet guns, you're getting murked off the feds, aren't you? Years ago, we could just run around out of stage and go ping, ping, ping. Now you get to do that, mate, you're getting murked by the feds. Feds are just going to turn up and put you a kip. Yes, lady, Emma. We Well, I've managed to stay on that when I were out upsetting people. Well, I say that, but you know, the last 2 times I've been thing, it's when I've came off, not during it, and like 2 hours later, I've been bingoed. You know what that is, don't you? That's because you've upset one of them agencies and they're working on it for hours to get you shut down. You know, if you upset someone on here now, they'll just go bum 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 bum, complain and bingo it if they have to. You know, when it comes later, it's because you've got people working on you behind the scenes and it's only an agency that got that pull. So, you see when I got bingoed the other night, you might have been watching me and I just disappeared 2 nights ago or something. Some of you would have been there watching it, you just see me disappear. I didn't realise until later. Strong, I need to keep my little routine popping off. I'm sure she's okay. Probs, trolls. Well, I don't know that, do I? I don't mix with none of them. And when people try and force themselves on you, it's like, I'm never going to mix with them. Gives me bad vibes, all that. Sure, I'm Ripper 2-stroke lad. Everyone that's kicked in tonight, thank you very much. Hope you're blessed. I'll be on tomorrow morning after the gym. Hopefully, I won't get bingoed off my platform again. Anyway, that's my business, innit? Just give you a little indication where we're going. Me pedestal, absolutely superb. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it before I go? I'll be decent in it. Boss, mate. Cost me a £5. I walked in the charity shop, start doing there, mate. I'm taking that home. How much is it? Sound. It's perfect for me. Did you hear me speaking? I need a table that elevates because I want to start standing up and speaking. Look what's come. Perfect. Me stood up with this. Yous over there on the camera. Me having everything around me that I need. If I need to move it out the way and do a bare pee, I can. If I need to just smash 100 squats out now for the universe, I will. Do you understand where I'm going? Ricky saying I thought you built that. No, I believe these come from, believe it or not, every one of these are normally labelled and tagged. Every single one of them. The tag on this one's been took off it. But they're made in special places, these, you know, when they're going to churches, mate. They're all made, like, what type of wood is this? It's a decent wood, and that, you're on it. Not cheap to make this, mate. So you know when a church opens, I'm sure all it comes from like the head of church. So it's developed at their gaff and it's sent to that church to be placed in there. You just don't get a carpenter at the bottom of the street and go, yo, can you make me 15 of these? You know, they get made in a somewhere special and get delivered to the churches. Is it a pulpit? Oh, I think that's what it is, mate. Is that what they call the pulpit? Where the vicar stands with his Bible open on a thing and speaks. That's what it is, mate, yeah? Thing and speaks. That's what it is, mate, yeah? I call it a pedestal. What's the difference? What's the difference between this and a pedestal? A pulpit and a pedestal? I might have to get a little step for behind it. You know, so you can see me. But I'm thinking about sanding it down. You know, putting my little spin on it. Making that cross more prominent. You know, so as soon as you look at it, the cross is just beaming. There's loads of little things I can do with this, mate. Loads of little things. I might just leave it basic the way it is, though. Just leave it just the way it is. It looks better. Instead of banging all lights on it. What wood will it be? I've just the word's just come into my head and then I left again. It's called it's gone, mate. It's not plywood, that's a basic one. It's something like oak, cedar oak. Is that what it is? Cedar wood. No, it's not, you know. What's the other one? As soon as you say the name of the wood, I'll tell you that's what I think it is, that one. Is there only so many now? Why am I thinking completely different from all yous then? Beechwood. That's what it is, beechwood. Yeah, it's beechwood, mate. It's not MDF, mate. Wouldn't last 2 minutes, that. These are built to last hundreds of years for churches, lad, so you need the solid stuff. This is like made perfect. The legs are a bit, you know, where like people have been mopping and rubbing like a wet mop up against the side of the leg or something. But yeah, I'm gonna make this decent. I don't understand. Yeah, this is my like little art. This is my little art project for a bit, people. I'm gonna paint this. I'm gonna paint this nice colours. What do you reckon of colour it? Red and white. Stand out, red and white, wouldn't it? To match this. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Rigged out. Paul Thomas, hope you well. Oh, baby. Yes, Nan is hairy. For that. I said I was going minutes ago, I always do this. So go on, peace out, sell 5, shout. See you tomorrow morning if you're kicking in. Keep it real. Protect your women, protect your children. Everything else, mate.